What's going on, y'all? Happy New Year's. This is my first video of 2026, and we're going to talk about some indie games that I'm excited to play this year. So get those wish lists ready. Hopefully I got something for you that you'll enjoy. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Kicking this list off, we got Mariachi Legends. This is an upcoming metroidvania with a fire pixel art style that takes place in the heart of Mexico. You play as Pablo Cruz, who makes a deal with death, so you kind of know how that always goes. But this is a metroidvania, so of course it's going to involve traversal, exploration, but you also are going to have different kinds of weapons. We got whips, we got guns, we got swords, we got magic. A lot of stuff going on here, but I love this art style. Just the whole flair of this is, I need this in my life. Cannot wait to play this game. So yeah, put Mariachi Legends on your wish list if you like metroidvanias. Dosmic is a cinematic platformer where you play as this kid named Nero, who's chasing after this girl named Snowa, and this leads him to this other dimension where he's getting chased by these crazy beings called the Transcendents, and you can't fight. There's just, a lot of running, platforming, jumping, doing some light puzzle solving. But I played the demo of this on Steam, and I definitely enjoyed it. Love the atmosphere, love the look of it, like just the color palettes that they use. It's a very unique atmosphere, and if you like games like Little Nightmares, like Inside, I think you'll enjoy this. Not exactly the same, but it's somewhat in a similar vein of those kinds of games. But yeah, Dosmic, man, I'm really loving the look of this, and I think the demo was pretty promising. So this is definitely on my radar for 2026. One of my most anticipated games of 2026 has to be replaced, and I'm so glad this finally has a release date. This is coming out on March 12th, 2026. I've had this on my wish list for so long, but this is a cyberpunk narrative-driven 2.5D platformer, but it also does have some action in it, as you will see in the trailer. They are throwing some hands in here, but you play as an AI that is trapped inside of a human's body, and you're trying to uncover some secrets. Y'all know how the cyberpunk storylines go. All I'm hoping is that this story delivers, because everything else about this game looks amazing. This pixel art, the animations, just the whole vibe of this, the aesthetic. This looks amazing. I just need the story to hit, and I will be a happy person. But yeah, this is coming out on March 12th. Cannot wait to play this game. This looks so good. Oh man, I'm so happy this has a release date. But yeah, put this on your wish list for sure. If you're somebody who's a fan of top-down games, then you gotta check out Jackal. I'm not seeing enough people talk about this. This is a brutal top-down action game where you play as this main character who's running around drugged up off of God knows what, and he's going to these casinos and taking out a bunch of other drug dealers. And he's also has this other entity with him whose name I don't remember, but you'll see them in the elevator chilling. But yeah, all you need to know about this is like one of the taglines they put in Steam is become a coked out John Wick who can turn Vegas into a stage for improvised carnage. If that doesn't tell you all you need to know, I don't know what else to tell you. But nah, I played this during one of the last Steam Next Fest, and this game is brutal. It is fast, it is difficult, but it is so much fun. So if you like top-down action games, you gotta check out Jackal. Go be a coked out John Wick, go shoot some people, and you'll probably have a good time. Now, I actually did a video about this game, and this is Buster Jam. This game is wild. This is a playable cartoon, as it is described, and it is based around mini games. So for my people who are fans of games like WarioWare, this is for you. This game has a ton of personality. You play as this wrecking crew of Buster and Bridget, and y'all are trying to take out this evil wizard. And you play these crazy mini games. You see all of these wacky personalities. They got a 32-year-old baby in here who's smoking. This game was wild. I had so much fun playing this demo. I did not know about this game until literally like a month ago. But yeah, I need this in my life. This was so much fun. Has a demo on Steam, so check it out. Make sure you watch my video of me playing the demo also. But yeah, Buster Jam, for those who like mini games, who like WarioWare and just games with personality, this is 100% for you. Now, I don't play many point and click games, but I covered this game in a previous video because I played the demo and I really enjoyed it. And it's coming out this year in quarter 2 of 2026, and that is Neo Junk City. This is a very stylish pixel art, cyberpunk inspired point and click game that does have some action elements. It goes from point and click to like an arcade style shooter. You got some car racing or car driving going on in here. Very interesting mix of styles, but I love this pixel art. The everything about this game just looks gorgeous. But you play as an android called Buster Number 9, and you're trying to unsolve the mystery of a murder that you apparently committed, allegedly. You killed somebody, but you don't remember how you did it or why you did it, so you're trying to uncover the truth, and that leads you to going around the city, talking to NPCs, some of them who are delinquents. Lots of interesting personalities going on, but I really love the look of this game, and I like the mix of the arcade style shooting with the, point and click, solving mysteries and that whole aspect of it. But this game has a ton of personality, and I cannot just get over how gorgeous this game looks. But yeah, I don't play a lot of point and click games, but I am definitely looking forward to this one. Check out the demo on Steam if it looks enticing to you, and make sure you put this on your wish list. I tried not to put too many metroidvanias on this list, but I had to mention Mio Memories in Orbit because I played the demo of this during one of the last Steam Next Fest, and it was fire. So why would I not mention it? You play as Mio, this little robot who's running around a ship called the Vessel, and you're basically exploring it, you're uncovering its secrets, and you're trying to figure out why the caretakers of the vessel have stopped functioning. So you kind of got to figure that out so that the world, or at least this world, is not doomed. So you run around, you explore, you fight, you're platforming. This game looks beautiful. So many different areas to explore. I like the combat. I like the abilities. And again, I just cannot say enough good things about how good this game just looks. I think my only complaint about the demo is that it feels a little floaty in terms of gameplay. Just a smidgen much to my liking. But still really enjoyed this demo. Love the exploration, the whole atmosphere of it. And the combat in general did feel good. So I'm 100% looking forward to this. Metroidvania fans, we eating this year. Put this on the wish list if you like Metroidvanias. From a roguelike fans, check out Realm of Ink. I actually covered this game when it was in early access earlier in 2025, and I've been keeping up with it. With every update, it's getting better and better, and the main crux of this game is that they use an ink gem system, and the ink gems are what give you all of your cool abilities with all your weapons, and you can mix and match the ink gems. And what I really like is the main character has a side companion named Momo, little pet that can help you in combat, and depending on what ink gems you get, Momo will do different transformations. So Momo starts evolving like a Pokemon depending on what kind of ink gems you have. But yeah, man, this game just, it feels good. It's fun to play. I know it looks like a Hades clone, and in a lot of ways it is, but I think the art style, for one, is beautiful, and the ink gem system, I think, does enough to separate itself from Hades. You can make some really crazy, powerful builds in this. I don't think it's as difficult as Hades, so if you like that style of gameplay, but don't want a game that can be as punishing as Hades is, Realm of Ink might be for you. So check this out. If you were a roguelite fan, I think you'll enjoy this one. Denshattack is one of those games that when I first saw, I said, I don't care what this game is about. I don't care about the story, but I need this. I just want to get this train, and I want to do flips and tricks. And yeah, I don't care why I'm doing it. It don't need to make sense. Who cares? You got a gravity-defying train. You're doing kick flips. You're riding off walls. You're driving through this Japanese dystopia. You're taking down some evil corporation, at least according to the Steam description. But I don't care. I just want to do flips and tricks. This is a super stylish, super vibrant video game, and I need this in my life right now. And I cannot wait to play this. This looks like so much fun. This looks like adrenaline that I just want injected right into my veins. So yeah, Denshattack, put this on the wish list right now. You need this in your life. You might not know that you need it, but I promise you do. This looks great. Cannot wait to play this. Cannot wait to play this. Alabaster Dawn is a gorgeous, and I mean gorgeous, 2.5D action RPG. Now I'm hoping this does come out this year. It's going to be in early access in early 2026. I think it's going to come out this year, but I'm putting it on the list anyway because, boy, this game was fire. They have a very extensive demo that you can play on Steam that lasts about a good 1.5 to 2 hours. You got a lot of action. You got some divine weapons. You got, skill trees. The combat feels great. The pixel art, the animations are beautiful. Then you also got exploration. You got some, Zelda style like dungeons where you're doing some puzzle solving, and you play as this character named Juno who's trying to lift the curse of Nyx from the land because all of her people and her friends and her whole town is gone. So she's trying to restore the land. But yeah, man, I had a lot of fun with this demo. This game looks very promising. If this all pans out, this could be one of the best indie action RPGs we're going to get this year. Hopefully it does come out this year. But like I said, the early access is in 2026. So hoping the game does still come out this year. But either way, I'm putting this on the list because, boy, this demo was fire. So yeah, Alabaster Dawn, man. Check this one out. Kusan City of Wolves is a brutal top-down action game with a neo-noir art style. And man, I really love the atmosphere. The look of this has that brutal kind of top-down combat. Apparently there are going to be 54 stages to go through, and it's going to be really challenging, trying to get those high scores, get those good ranks. We got some boss fights that we're going to be doing. You have a weapon called the War Hand, which is your main weapon that you're going to be upgrading and, unlocking different abilities for. Fire soundtrack, at least what it sounds like so far in the trailer. They got this graphic novel storytelling going on with the cutscenes. So everything about this in terms of atmosphere and gameplay is looking pretty promising. And I like top-down action games. I'm here for this kind of brutality. So Kusan City of Wolves is on my wish list. You should probably put it on yours too. One of the most unique games coming out this year is called Recur, and I love the concept of this game. So you play as this character named Peter, and he's just a postman, but apparently he gets the power to control time at some point, and he has to use it to basically stop the apocalypse. So the main kind of stick of this game, so to speak, is that when you run to the right, time moves forward, and when you run to the left, time flows backwards. And you're using this to solve puzzles. So this is like a time-bending puzzle platformer where you're going to be going from the right and to the left to, advance certain things that need to advance, but then you got to go back to change certain things, to change the outcomes of other things. It sounds kind of weird, but if you watch the gameplay overview trailer, it'll make sense. This has a very interesting concept, and if they pull this off right, I think this game's going to be amazing. I really love the idea of this. This is why indie games are so important. We're not going to get this style of game from no AAA developers doing this. This is fire, man. I really hope this pans out well. So I'm really looking forward to Recur. Definitely check this one out if you're a puzzle platformer fan. So I covered the first Nocturnal on a Switch Hidden Gems video that I did about 2 years ago. And now we're getting a sequel. Nocturnal 2 is coming out this year. A demo is coming out on Steam at the end of this month on January 27th, 2026. But yeah, man, this looks like an improvement in every way from the first game, in my opinion. And what's really interesting is the first game was just a regular action platformer, but Nocturnal 2 is going to be a metroidvania. So it looks like we're going to be doing more exploration, more so than the first one. It has that same art style that is just beautiful, especially with the fire art style, literal fire art style and animations. It's gorgeous, but to me, the main standout is the combat looks much improved from the first one. It looks like you're going to be pulling off some way more stylized moves, so I'll be interested to see what they do in terms of a skill tree in this. But yeah, this was a gem on the first Switch, so definitely check this one out, man. This might sneak under people's radars, but Nocturnal 2, if you like Metroidvanias, this is one you're going to want to give a look. On February 13th, 2026, it is going down. Reanimal is going to be here. A lot of people are hyped for this game, and I'm with everybody else. Cannot wait to play this. This is from the same people who did Little Nightmares 1 and 2. This is a co-op horror adventure game. You play as a brother and sister who are trying to rescue their friends and escape this crazy island. You got these wild creatures chasing you around. This is dark. It has a really creepy atmosphere, and I need this in my life. You can play this with a friend. It has local and online co-op. Yeah, no, I need this. I have not played the demo. I'm staying away from the demo. I want to go into this game as blind as possible, but this is looking like it's going to be amazing. The devs cook with Little Nightmares 1 and 2, so I trust them. I'm pretty sure they're going to cook with this one. This might end up on like one of my favorite games of the year lists at the end of the year if all pans out well. But yeah, Reanimal going down in February, man. Cannot wait to play this. I think this game's going to be amazing. So I'm going to throw this one in as a bonus because I'm not sure if this is coming out this year, but I just wanted to highlight it. This is Raji Kaliyuga. Now, this is a sequel to Raji and Ancient Epic, which is a game I covered in a Switch Hidden Gems video years ago. And I had no idea this was getting a sequel, but it's a thing. This takes place 6 years after the first game. You still play as Raji, and her little brother is here, but he's undergone a name change. In the first game, he was Golu. Now his name is Darsh, and this game, based on my research, has turned from an isometric action game to a third-person action game. Now, there's no gameplay footage. This is just a cinematic trailer, but there are some screenshots on Steam that you can look at, and it looks like the budget for this game has definitely increased. Yeah, no, this is looking, you know, we got to see the game in motion, but the cinematics look great. Very interested to see what they do in terms of the powers, because you're going to be able to play as Raji and her little brother, and they're both going to have their own different sets of abilities. So we're going to have like this kind of dual protagonist system going on. But yeah, I don't have a lot to say about this because there's not too much information out about it. I just wanted to put a spotlight on this because I thought the first game was pretty solid. Not the best game, but I think it's a decent little isometric action game. But this sequel is looking like they're really going for the gusto. So I'm interested to see if they really pull this one off. So Raji Kaliyuga, like I said, don't know when this is coming out, but I would say put it on the wish list if you like third-person action adventure games. This might end up being another gem. If you want more indie game recommendations, make sure you just check out my channel. Got all kinds of videos of me recommending indie games, doing reviews, covering stuff I played during Steam Next Fest. It's all here on the channel. Let me know what indie games y'all are hyped for this year in the comments below. That's all I got for today. My name is Serial Sensei. Y'all stay safe, y'all stay hydrated, and I will catch y'all on the next video. Boy, you look crazy. Have you seen my mom? Oh no, I haven't. Yeah, me neither. When I hang up. Nah. Why you look like a toddler drug dealer? What are you smoking? Nah, it's trick flavor. It's crazy. Get up, Bubba. It's just a kid. I'm 32. Nah, get your life together. Nah, you need to get. Hey, nah, you need to get a job, bro. You gotta. You need to get right, my man.